For this tutorial you can choose whatever eye shape you want. And do your adjustments. Make sure the head shape and size is the same as the character you're going to use. This 4. It will make it a lot easier to put it on the face without it looking weird in the end lol. For the iris, use the pupil section, and you can use whatever iris shape you want. But I normally use the circle one as it looks the most normal. The iris is this part of the eye if you don't know. Make sure you don't add any face details. Eyebrows, nose, blush, etc. If you do, it might mess up the green screen. Then make the skin and skin outline the color of your green screen. If you made the eyes green, I suggest to make it bright red. The background, not the eyes lol. Then turn off everything except for the head and face. And make the character as tall as possible. This won't affect the end result like the head does. Then make the background the same color as the skin. And make the scale as big as possible. If your eyes don't fit because of the shape or the adjustments, and make it a bit smaller. Remember to save the scene first just in case you accidentally move it or start something else in the middle of doing this. Also click load scene beforehand, as it sometimes moves it the first time but stays like that afterwards. Remember to screen record. Save the audio that you're going to use.
You aren't my mother.
And come up with something that works with the audio. Remember, the more screenshots you do, the smoother it looks. So only move the iris one bit at a time. And take a screenshot in between each movement. Then go to Capcut and place all the screenshots in order. Then make all the screenshots as short as possible, except for the last one. If you have an intro in your audio, then leave the first one as well. Then export it. Make a new project and put the video you just did in it. This project will be the final product, so don't delete it. Then add your audio. And crop the beginning to where you want it. And move it to the beginning. If you didn't make the first screenshot long, then just skip to 03. Find where you want the movement to start. When you found it, click on the video and click split. Then move to just before the movement starts and click split. And delete the part of the video in between. Click on the video and click speed. Then click normal and make the video faster. I suggest to make the speed 3.0x, 5.0x, but you can always adjust it to what you think will look best.
You aren't. You.
If you have any of the last screenshot extra that you don't want, then split it after the movement and then delete the extra screenshot. If where you want it to end is in the middle of the movement, then crop it at the end of the movement and delete it, and then speed the movement up until it ends where you want it to end. But if it's not long enough, then click on the video and go to the part where the last screenshot is. Click freeze and adjust it where you want it. I know it's quite a lot of work for little footage, but I think it's worth it. We'll get on to how to make the blinking in a moment. Now for the blinking, click on eye adjustments and click Y scale wants to be smaller. Then take a screenshot and repeat until the Y scale is 12. Once the Y scale is at 12, change the eyes to a closed eye in edit section, not the studio one. If you're using an eye like mine, the change the outline to be the same color as the sub. I think it just makes it look a lot nicer. Then make the Y scale to what you normally have, so it doesn't look as thin. Then get the eye you were using back. Make the eye outline white again and make the Y scale 12. And make it bigger while taking screenshots in between, until you reach the size you normally have them. Then start a new project and put in all the screenshots you just took. Then make them all as short as possible, except for last screenshot. If you want the eye to be closed for longer, rather than a quick blink, then leave the closed eye longer. Then export it.
You aren't.
Speed it up.
You aren't my aunt. You aren't my mother. Aren't my mother. My mother.
And crop anything or make it longer if needed. And that's it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I will make a part 2, which will be about how I do lip syncing.
You aren't my mother.